Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including T-Mobile wants to buy a cable TV company. We'll tell you what's happening there according to reports. Spectrum is ditching traditional cable TV for new customers and going streaming only, second largest cable TV company. And YouTube wants to become your go-to place for breaking news. We're going to talk about this and a whole lot more here in a minute. First of all, if you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll link to each story there. And make sure you stay to the end. We're going to be answering one of your questions I got from the comments down below about why streaming services block certain content in different parts of the world. How come you just can't watch everything? We'll explain why geo-locking is a thing in a minute. And lastly, before we get into it, could you do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. So with that said, let's dive into it. T-Mobile is reportedly about to buy a cable TV company. According to reports from light reading, Wells Fargo, I want to make sure I give you the right company. Analysts at Wells Fargo, I was right, are saying that T-Mobile is one of the mystery bidders to buy Frontier. Now, Frontier has an activist investor on the board who is pushing them to sell, and reportedly T-Mobile is interested. Now, Frontier is pretty much just a fiber company at this point. They still offer traditional TV, but to existing customers, but not new ones. They now, if you want to be a new TV customer, they have bundled deals for YouTube TV. The report here, though, says that they're interested in buying Frontier. Now, T-Mobile has been getting into home internet. They're one of the fastest growing ones with their 5G home internet, but they also have fiber services in New York City and 2 different towns in Colorado when they bought a small fiber company. They offer $55 a month plans for $500 down and speeds up to 1 gig. Buying Frontier would help them rapidly expand. Frontier has internet services, DSL, and fiber, I believe it is, in 19 states across the United States. Could help them very rapidly diversify their business outside of just wireless service. We'll see how that all plays out. But T-Mobile is reportedly interested in doing that. We'll see. Now, 2 things here. They 100% could be making a bid, but it requires Frontier to accept their bid. And it assumes they're not going to get outbid by other companies out there. But it is interesting, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, and more have all been looking at diversification. Increasingly, wireless services are becoming a complicated, competitive market. You see Amazon striking a deal with Dish to offer it. Dish getting in. They're now the 4th largest provider of wireless services after buying Boost. You see SpaceX partnering with T-Mobile to offer signal everywhere, wireless internet everywhere. It's getting kind of more complicated out there. You have a lot more options than you used to, and those options only seem to be growing. So we'll see what happens. Let me know. Do you want T-Mobile to buy Frontier? If not, why? All right. If you've been saying, hey, just go back to cable TV, you get a better experience than streaming. Well, that's not going to be the case anymore for Spectrum customers. Spectrum confirmed to Cord Cutters News this week that new customers will only have the option of getting the Xumo streaming player, which means they'll sell you the same TV packages for the same price, but now instead of getting it through the coaxial cable, you'll get it through the Xumo player. They said that current customers will get to keep their cable boxes if they want. They can switch over to the Xumo player if they would desire to. Now, interestingly, the Xumo player, you can do 2 things. You can either pay monthly for it, which is about half the cost of the traditional cable box, or you can buy it outright for $60 a month, probably the best deal. Now, one catch there, we talked about this earlier, if you do the $5 a month plan, if you don't cancel after the first year, it's just going to keep going. Even though you've already paid $60, it's just going to keep going and charging you money with that. But Spectrum sent a statement to Cord Cutters News saying the Xumo Stream Box is the primary video device Spectrum will be providing customers going forward. It delivers a next-generation entertainment experience that integrates with the customer's cable TV service on a level not seen in other platforms. Traditional set-top boxes will be available to customers who request one. So, again, they're pushing the streaming for new customers on this. Now, a couple cool things on this with it is that they are ditching the idea that someday down the road, I should say, if they ditch traditional, someday that coaxial cable coming to your house could be 100% focused on internet, allowing them to offer better internet. Currently, it's subdivided on there. Some of the bandwidth is used for TV and some of it's used for internet. If they push everybody over to streaming, there you go. So keep that in mind. It is what it is with it. So if you have any questions on it, leave me a comment, but let me know. Does it surprise you to see companies ditching traditional cable and moving their customers over to Spectrum with that and streaming. It doesn't for me. It just seems the logical next step. Streaming, for the most part, is almost indistinguishable in quality now for a lot of people. I know there's people like, oh, I totally see it. But I think the average person just doesn't on streaming. So leave me a comment, let me know. All right, YouTube TV and YouTube, I should say, not YouTube TV, announced yesterday that they're going to invest in becoming your go-to place for breaking news. They announced a few things. They're going to have more hubs and pages for breaking news. So if you want to learn more about a particular topic, they have a hub from trusted sources of news all about that topic. They're also going to partner with 20 news organizations across 10 countries and invest $1.6 million to help them create more YouTube shorts about breaking news. They want to be that place that you go to for breaking news. And with that, you see a growing number of Americans out there ditching traditional cable. Well, they got to find their news somewhere. Increasingly, YouTube's being one of the places, but they're finding competition. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X now, formerly Twitter. All these places are really pushing to be the next place you get news. Well, YouTube wants to be that, and they're going to be investing in technology to have these hub pages from trusted sources for news to make it quick and easy to find news, and to encourage news organizations to create more shorts on YouTube about news. Let me know, where do you go for your breaking news? Other than Core Cars News, of course, for tech news. But where do you go for your breaking news? Is it Facebook, Twitter? Do you just search in Google News? Is that your main one? Leave me a comment, let me know. All right, deal of the day. Amazon's Euro 6 Plus mesh Wi-Fi system is $100 off. It's actually just slightly over $100 off. It's back down to its Prime Day price from earlier this month. Weak Wi-Fi is the #1 cause of buffering. These mesh systems help you get strong Wi-Fi across your home. Weak Wi-Fi is a lot slower than strong Wi-Fi. So check it out. If you've been looking for a new wireless system, it's a pretty good price for a good system there. All right, one of the big complaints about ATSC 3.0 over-the-air TV, the new over-the-air standard that promises someday to do things like bring 4K streaming and more with this. Well, one of the big problems has been DRM. Well, now the Zapper box, one of the earlier boxes, one of the few boxes on the market that offers a built-in tuner and DVR, has announced that they have gotten certified to offer DRM for both their tuner box and DVR. So you will also be able to record DVR or ATSC 3.0 content on your DVR and watch it on demand. This makes it one of the first DVR boxes to offer that out there. It's a pretty good deal with it. So check that out. Link in the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. Let me know what you think about it. We'll love to hear from you. But good news is another option for DRM and ATSC 3.0. If you bought it, it's a free upgrade. You just need to upgrade the software on your device. And up next, hey, if you're a big fan of holiday movies, I know Halloween is still a little ways out, but MeTV has announced their very merry MeTV holiday package starting in November. They have a complete schedule of special holiday episodes of classic TV shows and classic movies that will air on MeTV. If you want to see the full list, check it out. If you're all ready and you're looking for some classic Christmas, holiday season in general content, check it out. MeTV in the show notes down below. All right, YouTube TV is reportedly more popular with football fans. I want to know if this is you. According to a report from The Athletic, which is owned by the New York Times, they did a survey of the readers and over 3,100 people filled it out. And according to that, YouTube TV is more popular than Hulu, DirecTV Stream, Fubo, Sling, and all others combined into a single service when it comes to college football fans. According to this poll of college football fans, YouTube TV is almost as popular as cable. 37.2% people did cable, 37.1% said YouTube TV is what they used to watch football games. Now, statistically, in a survey, you could argue that's a statistical tie with it. They didn't really publish what the error margin is. It wasn't necessarily a scientific one either. But want to hear from you. If you're a football fan, leave me a comment. What do you use to watch? Is it YouTube TV? I think their multi-views really helping them. NFL Sunday Ticket probably really helped attract. I'm assuming a lot of college football fans are also pro fans with that. But YouTube TV is the clear winner among streaming services. The next closest one is Hulu Plus Live TV at just 8%. DirecTV Stream at 5.2%. And Antenna 2.8. Again, check out Antennas. It's a pretty good option for content. 2.3 for Fubo, 2.2 for Sling, and all others were 1% or less. where it was exactly less than 1% on that. And last story of the day in the changing world of television, Showtime will no longer be showing boxing events after this year. After 37 years of airing live boxing matches on Showtime, they are joining HBO, who dropped, I think about 5 years ago, stopped showing boxing. Now Showtime will also no longer be showing boxing after 37 years. Just kind of the way the world is changing. I think people are moving away from things like Showtime Live to it's now available on Paramount Plus. Showtime's bundled in with the higher end plans. So why pay for the live feed with that? I don't know. Were you a fan of boxing on Showtime? Leave me a comment. I can't say I've watched a boxing event in a very long time. All right, question of the day. Now, if you have a question you want to leave for me, leave a comment down below and start off with a question for Luke in the comments so I can filter them out. But every day I'll pick 1 or 2 questions here to answer. And today we're going to answer a question from John Summer, who says, Luke, I was wondering for how long is there a way to get around, or excuse me, I apologize, I'm reading and talking, it doesn't always work. Why do streaming services geo-lock content? We'll sum up his question that way. That's a little easier way to say it. So why, when you, for example, you can't access the iPlayer from the BBC, which is available in the UK but not in the United States? Why is it that Max is available in the United States but not in Europe, and you're blocked from doing that? And for example, when you leave the United States and go to another country, Netflix's content changes. Well, it's very simple. They sell rights by country still. For example, Max sells rights to its program in other countries where it doesn't offer Max. So Warner Brothers Discovery content is available on other platforms in other countries. They would be those people who are paying Warner Brothers Discovery money to stream content in France or Germany and other countries would be very upset if Max suddenly just started offering it there. That's why Max isn't coming, I believe, into parts of Europe until next year. On the flip side, Netflix licenses content different for different countries. Disney, for example, may put some content on one service in one country where Disney Plus wasn't at the time. Once Disney Plus rolled out, they wanted all that content back on Disney Plus because they wanted people to subscribe to Disney Plus. It's really down to licensing. It's a very common thing that companies make money by just reselling rights to popular shows in other countries to quickly get money. They don't have to do a whole lot. That company who's buying it does all the retransmitting, all the editing, anything else that's needed. Disney just gets a big check, or Warner Brothers Discovery, etc., gets a big check for selling their content to other people. So why can't you travel and watch your HBO Max, or Max I should say now, content in Europe right now? Because in Europe, other companies have paid for the rights for that content for now. You see that with RSNs, for example. Inside the market, Bally Sports may have paid for that. Outside the market, Major League Baseball wants you to pay for their MLB at bat to watch that game. So Bally Sports can't offer that outside of their area where they paid for it because it competes with MLB at bat, for example. I hope that answers your question. Sorry, I kind of read your question wrong there. I hope that I got the gist of what you were asking. But if you have a question that you want me to answer, leave me a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer a question in every video. Until next time, though, take care, be safe. I'll be back again tomorrow.